Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. So this news just dropped this morning, and that is what we're going to talk about in this video. So I was at work, I saw this tweet and I was like, wow, how does Taki Udon just drop this big news casually on a Friday morning? But I was really busy at work, so I wasn't able to like sneak off and do a quick video. I always do have my laptop and a microphone with me, but you know what, I had to wait until I came home. So guys, before we go further in, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. There's also a Patreon link in the description if you want to further support the channel. So Taki Udon here says, I wonder if the real anniversary hardware will be ready by then. So this was referring to a PlayStation 30th anniversary tweet. He kind of had that quoted as a tweet, and he was kind of showing off the console, right? The mainstream console. So Taki said initially he was going to start with the MiSTer Pies, like the Mega Bundle, just the kind of raw board, an IO board, the USB hub, parts that you could buy, right? And after that, he was going to do the flagship, right, which is going to be a console with a case. We've got a handheld MiSTer coming out somewhere down the line, but he did also say the mainstream. So what is the mainstream, right? So the mainstream is like a MiSTerFPGA, but it is based on a particular system. So for example, over here, what we can see, you can kind of work it out, right? You get a little PlayStation vibe. We'll look at more of the picture that he's shown over here, but we're thinking like maybe like Mega Drive, SNES, NES. So what you've got is you can run your cartridges on there, your NES, your SNES, your Mega Drive, or whatever the mainstream console is, right? Or in this case, optical media. And you can also have access to everything else the MiSTer offers. So just imagine you have like an FPGA kind of based PlayStation in this case, right? And you can play your PlayStation optical media on there, you can play the PlayStation Core on there, and you can run everything else the MiSTerFPGA offers, right? So this was definitely exciting. So kind of going forward and having a look at that picture, guys, that is what it is showing, right? And as you can see down there, that is like the PlayStation ports, right? Two PlayStation ports there to attach your PlayStation controller and peripherals, right? So snack capabilities built in. It's got a USB port I can see in the middle there, and again, this is just a teaser. It looks like two memory card slots up there. Very interested to know whether you can actually insert your PlayStation memory cards in there. That's really exciting. Kind of reminds me of the analog consoles, right, where they've done the Super NT, the Mega SG, you know, like the Mega Drive, the Super Nintendo. They're currently working on the Analog 3D, which is a recreation of the Nintendo 64. So it looks like Taki is trying to jump into that kind of market that's pretty much dominated by analog at the moment by doing a dedicated console using the MiSTerFPGA as the heart and soul of it, but kind of being PlayStation themed, right? So I imagine you've got your PlayStation games, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Dino Crisis, Final Fantasy 7, whatever your jam is, and you can play your discs, right? Sounds very, very interesting. And I'm pretty sure Taki said previously that the price ceiling for all the consoles is the raw price of the DE10 Nano. I hope I'm right on that one, and I hope he was referring to all the consoles he's making, right? So this one here, like a console based one, the highest price it might be is $225, right? Which, let's face it, is exceedingly good value. So going over to the next one, that's the kind of code name for the project, R2, and this one is called One, right? Which I kind of imagine might be PlayStation 1. Having a look at the next tweet here, guys, for those who haven't been following the series, this is a consoleized MiSTerFPGA system designed to faithfully play PS1 games as well as many other systems. So like we discussed at the beginning of the video, it will play your PlayStation 1 games, and guys, that's fantastic. If you've got a PlayStation 1 collection, you've got all your discs lying around, this will be a modern adaptation of it, right? It will work with a HDMI display. You don't need to have a CRT around, you don't need to do like a HDMI mod or anything. It will run your games. It will use the excellent PlayStation Core available on the MiSTerFPGA that was developed by Robert Pape. As well as that, hey, you know what, have you ever wanted to play Neo Geo, CPS1, CPS2, I don't know, Data East, RoboCop, whatever you want to play, you can now play them on a MiSTer that looks like a PlayStation, right? Talk about some kind of identity confusion. Definitely won't be confused though. But let's have a look at the next tweet. So, will it have an NFC reader? Moop here asks, and Taki Udon says, the logo is also an NFC reader, right? So here we go. It should have the Tap 2 technology. A lot of people like that. I can actually imagine people making like PlayStation discs, like round disc looking, like NFC kind of cards or tags, whatever you want to call them, and you pop that in your PlayStation, you get that aesthetic effect, and the game kind of boots up. I guess you could go the next level and make it spin as well, right? The possibilities are endless, right? Especially where Tap 2 is involved. So someone here says this is the consoleized model after what you call the flagship, right? So the flagship, I imagine, is next, the one that's coming with a screen, right? So not a handheld, but the portable, and after that it's going to be this one here, right? The console based one. I'm really looking forward to the handheld. I really want that to be next, because like, I'm tired from work now. After doing this video, I'm going to lie down in bed, probably play either my Analog Pocket or the Steam Deck, right, for like half hour, 40 minutes before I drift off to sleep, and go to my job tomorrow again and just run that mill. And finally, guys, that's kind of it. So that's a little close-up of the image there. Looks PlayStation, looks interesting. I know a lot of people will be excited about it. The analog consoles are very, very popular when they are based on a specific console. There's no reason why this won't be either. Taki Udon has already delivered the MiSTer Pi. He's got another round of like the initial MiSTer Pi's going out, and you know what, we're gonna get like a PlayStation themed console somewhere down the line. So that's really it, guys. Wanted to bring this to your attention. I was definitely excited about this. In regard to tomorrow's weekly news video that is every Saturday, I had to film that yesterday on a Thursday, so this won't be in there. Likely I might just feature this in next week's video with any other updates that develop. But anyway, guys, be absolutely awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.